How do you know when your affirmations are working? How do you know when your affirmations have been effective in rewiring your subconscious mind to step into a new identity, to manifest a new life, to manifest the life that your soul wants to be expressed in? All right. Another way of saying it is this: how do you know when your affirmations are affecting your external environment? And guess what? It's not going to show up in your external environment first. You are going to notice change internally first. All right, so let's get into it. Welcome back to the Tamara Tamu Collective, where dreams have no filter. How are you guys doing today? I see I have some new subscribers. Thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to share the channel with everyone that you know. All right, so how do you know if your affirmations are being effective? Well, number one, the first thing that is going to happen is that inner conversation that we all have, that we all wake up with, all right, within seconds after we wake up, thoughts ensue, right? So the way to know that your affirmations are taking effect, that old programming is getting shed, and that new programming is unfolding, that your subconscious is being elevated, you'll start to notice what I like to call just automatic, not just, but automatic positivity. What does that mean? So often when we start talking about manifestation, we hear, or there's this idea that if you have a negative thought, then that just automatically stops your manifestation, or it slows down your manifestation. That's not necessarily true, but that's not what this video is about. What is going to start to happen is that when your subconscious is being reprogrammed and you start to experience a new internal environment, when you have a negative thought, automatically that affirmation is going to show up. It's going to just be there to replace that negative thought. It's going to be automatic. It's not anything that you're going to have to force to happen. It's just going to automatically show up. So for example, if we're talking about money, if you get a bill in the mail, or when you receive a bill, however you receive your bills, you notice an amount. And say, for example, the amount of this particular bill was probably more than what you expected. You may have the thought that says, oh my God, I'm not going to have enough. Automatically, because your subconscious mind is now identifying with abundance, you automatically say, I have more than enough money. I happily see all of my bills and obligations met in full, in overflow, and I have more than enough money to save, invest, and to enjoy. That automatically starts to happen. That's number one. Also, I just talked about this. The thoughts, the affirmations are going to come into your mind, at the forefront of your mind, with ease, again, without force. Affirmations should not be something that you have to force. You're better off if you are doing affirmations and it feels like a chore, it feels like just something else for you to do, you're better off not even doing it, because there is no force. Look at it like this: an affirmation is simply a sentence that it's simply a sentence where you are agreeing with what is. So, because you are abundant, and I'm just keeping this very simple, the affirmation is, well, I'm an abundant being. I don't recognize lack. If saying that feels like a chore, just stop. Because there's something in your emotion or something in your body that needs to be addressed. There's an emotion that needs to be addressed. For example, maybe it's shame to how you dealt with money in the past. Maybe it's guilt to how you dealt with money in the past. Deal with that first, so that your affirmation of I am an abundant being, therefore everything that's good, including money, exists with me in abundance. Deal with that guilt first, so that affirmation can just come in smooth, with ease, okay, and with flow. Also, another way that you will be able to tell that your subconscious is being rewired and you're breaking away from limited programming and limited beliefs is your conversational themes with other people are going to change. So you're going to be more conscious of the energy that you use for conversations. You may start to feel a certain kind of way about, say for example, you've gotten used to having conversations about what the economy looks like and how high gas prices are and how high food is. Maybe that has been your experience up until this point, but now you no longer want to be a part of those conversations because you see yourself as abundant. So what if prices have increased? Because you are an abundant being, that just means that you'll have more supply in money to buy whatever it is that you need in groceries or whatever you want. That's what that means. And sometimes the people that you've had those previous conversations with about the economy and how crazy things may seem, sometimes switching up in that way is going to make them feel uncomfortable. And you may just have to say, I would rather talk about abundance. I want to talk about abundance. I want to talk about ways that we can bring in more income. Why don't we have that conversation? Now, they may receive that, they may not, but you get to choose. At the end of the day, you get to choose what conversations you'll want to be a part of, and you get to choose how you want to use your energy for those types of conversations. All right. Also, another way that you can tell when your programming is starting to unfold, where you're starting to accept possibilities of more in your life, there will be changes in perspectives in how you see yourself, in your environment, and in circumstances. So like I said at the top of this video, one of the ways to know that that reprogramming is taking place and that your affirmations are working is not going to be in your external environment first. It's going to be internal. So everywhere that you look around, perhaps because you existed from a lack identity and scarcity identity, now when you look around, all you see is more than enough. All you see is abundance. You look at trees differently. I'm telling you, this may sound weird to some of you guys, but in nature, everything is going to be more vibrant. So not only is your spiritual sight going to be magnified, but your physical sight is going to be magnified as well. You're going to start to notice colors in a more vibrant way, because every time you look around, everything around you is going to be changing. Instead of you looking around seeing what is not there everything that is there. Not only are you going to notice the things that are there, but you're going to start to see how the things that you touch turn into gold. You're going to start to see how things that you touch turn into money. Things that you create turn into money. And you're going to start to have those visions. Let those visions be there. It's not going to be something that your ego is going to automatically accept. Just let those visions be. Don't push them away. Let those visions come through. All right. Also, you're going to feel a power increase. What do I mean by that? This goes back to your spiritual sight. The consciousness of your power is going to be your focus. Your consciousness of your prosperity identity is going to be your focus. Your consciousness of your abundant identity is going to be your focus. It's almost as if your new identity is unfolding, is what's happening. And you're going to feel that in all of your senses, in your body, in your mind. It's going to be something that is hard to articulate, but when it begins to happen, you're going to know. Like I said earlier, you're going to start to look around and things are going to start to look different and more vibrant and more, you're going to start to notice possibilities. All right, more possibilities. You're going to start to see the adventure in life, the adventure in your circumstances. All right. So that power increase, and I got ahead of myself when I said this earlier, but that power increase, you're going to start to notice your identity unfolding, that abundant identity being expressed, and finding ways and desiring ways to be expressed even more. So you may be feeling a calling or a pull to take certain actions that you've never taken before. Do it. Soon as you get the inspired action, do it. Don't give your ego time to come in and start to analyze. Take the inspired action. Will it be an action that you probably have never taken before? Yes. Take the action and remain open. Keep your eyes open and watch how your internal upgrade is now going to be reflected on the outside. All right, so that's the end of this video. So if you have any questions for me, let me know in the comments. Let me know your takeaways from this video. Don't forget to like. If you are not a subscriber here, subscribe to the video. Since you're watching, you might as well subscribe anyway, right? All right, so share this with everyone that you know, and until next time, cheers.